What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Wade and Shiggy Show. I am Wade, by myself today, and if you don't know why, I encourage you all to watch the first video I upload before this video, just to understand why. But today we're bringing back trailer reactions. That's right. We haven't done trailer reactions in a while because there's been a lackluster of really movie trailers, other than stuff for like Amazon TV or Netflix or something like that. So today we are doing a trailer reaction for the movie The Grudge. Now, if you guys don't know, The Grudge is actually a reboot from the old The Grudge that came out. I believe it came out over 10 years ago. If I remember, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. But it stars actors like John Cho and I believe Andrea Riseborough. Oh, it's Andrea Riseborough. It's also directed by Nicholas Pesci and produced by Sam Raimi. Now, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this because I didn't like the first Grudge. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, why didn't you like it? And I'm like, it wasn't really... it was a decent horror film, I'll say that. Now, this is horror, and if you guys know as well as I do, I pretty much just do the horror reviews myself anyhow, the horror reactions myself, because if Wild Bill was here, he wouldn't be able to watch it anyhow. So I figured, let's go ahead. We're gonna react to the trailer for The Grudge, and hopefully it's good. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this here in 3, 2, 1.
I'm here about selling the house. Is anyone home? Hello?
Okay.
This is Detective Muldoon.
This is Peter Spencer. Something happened to me at 44 Rayburn Drive.
Someone was murdered at that house.
Why did he never go into that place?
Something never felt right about it.
Looks like we got another one.
Do you think that the body we found is related? Hello? I went to the house. Hello? Police department. I think something followed me home.
Mommy, what's going on? What's wrong?
We need to leave right now.
Okay, so that is for The Grudge. I'm gonna move these boxes here a second so that you guys can see my lovely face. Sorry. Gotta move my little stand here. Okay, so that is for The Grudge, which It said coming soon, but in the description it said it was coming out January 3rd in 2020. So, not too far away. Probably about, probably a couple months, 2 months now. Okay. Now, what did I think about it? Well, I could see it's a reboot because it's basically the same concept as the original Grudge, only a little few changes here and there, kind of made it more revolutionized, you know? Honestly, I'm not too thrilled about it. In my honest opinion, that movie should have came out around Halloween. Actually, I think that would have done better than Countdown did. And if you guys don't know what Countdown is, that came out as the horror film for... Sorry, I got an itch. It came out for the horror film for 2019. That was the Halloween film for this year. The horror Halloween film, which, if you guys don't know what that is, every single year they put out a movie around Halloween to make that the horror Halloween film for the year. Unfortunately enough, Countdown was that movie this year, and it kinda... Oh god, how do I put this? It's probably the dumbest movie I've ever heard. Probably the dumbest movie I've ever seen. It's worse than, I believe it was called Unfriended, where the ghost killed these 16s that were on a computer and all that. But the thing with The Grudge is, The Grudge just reminds me of this common theme with horror films nowadays. And the common theme is you go somewhere, somebody gets cursed, somebody gets possessed, or something like that. Next thing you know, it's going to be a series of events where you're seeing this messed up ghost looking thing, whatever the hell it is, and it just haunts you. It does these weird scenes. It's the same rinse and repeat that these horror films are doing nowadays, and honestly, it gets kinda old. I mean, yes, this is a reboot, so I've already seen it. I've already seen The Grudge, the original Grudge, not this Grudge, the original Grudge. So I already know what's gonna happen. Then again, now I think about it, I think The Grudge actually came out way more older than 10 years ago. I can't remember when it came out. But honestly, this is basically a rinse and repeat horror film where some random person comes out of town to go to this town, to go to this house for some reason, whatever it is. Goes in, doesn't even realize that the house is possessed or haunted or something happened there that shouldn't have happened there. And there is a haunted possession there, a curse, a ghost, or something like that. It's basically a rinse and repeat. You know, it's the same formula that these horror films are following nowadays. Ever since, I believe it was The Conjuring that started all this. Which, I'm okay with The Conjuring series, because The Conjuring series kind of makes sense. Now, all of a sudden, you're getting all these horror films that are following The Conjuring series, and it's like, okay, since The Conjuring did so well, let's do the same thing, only change the names of the characters and give it a different backstory. That doesn't make sense half the time. That is almost the same as this backstory. And it makes me, because there's so much you can do with horror films nowadays. So much. Like, I don't know. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on all day with telling you guys how to properly make a good horror film in 2019, 2020. But I look at great horror films like Friday the 13th series, Nightmare on Elm Street series. You got Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, which the first one was okay. After that, it kind of all fell apart. What's another one that I adore? Scream. Scream was a good one. Chucky, before they did the new Chucky, which that one was okay. It wasn't like, it was like what I imagined from Chucky, only they're turning Chucky into a Terminator, which is kind of cool. Kind of okay, but whatever. I was okay with it. I believe that should have been the film for Halloween, not a film that come out in July. Like, come on. Here's the thing I'm going to say about The Grudge. About the whole reboot scenario. If they were going to reboot The Grudge, they should have had that as the horror film for Halloween this year instead of Countdown, which Countdown was god-awful. I saw that movie and I was furious because they're trying to make horror films look like what kids are fucking doing nowadays. Pardon my language, but I'm just gonna put an app on my phone that tells me when I die. Really? Really? And then the random events are so stupid it doesn't even make any sense. Like, come on. What is this? At least with The Grudge, I can watch The Grudge and it won't let me rip my hair out, but at the same time, I already know what happens in The Grudge because I watched it several years ago. I mean, The Grudge was okay. I just don't like how, I never liked it how it copied every other rinse and repeat formula that every other horror film's doing nowadays. Oh, a ghost possesses me. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. What is this, Final Destination? God, get out of here. At least Final Destination I can be okay with. Final Destination was okay up till the third one, in my opinion. But you guys have your own opinions. Just like Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn 1? Okay. I have no problem with that. 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe there's 6 of them if I'm not mistaken. All stupid. Did not make any sense. Did not like Wrong Turn 2 through 6. Why they made a second Wrong Turn was beyond me. I mean, what else can you do, guys? I mean, there's so many different ideas you can do for horror films that are way different than this that I'd be okay with. Something fresh, like when Tyler Perry did that horror film. I forget what it was called. I forget what it's called now. But when he did that film and I watched that film, I actually liked that film. That film was good. It was revolutionized. It was different. Yeah, it kind of had some elements in there like, oh, it's just another regular horror film. What to do that? But I mean, it was good. I liked it. Now, The Grudge. I'm obviously going to go watch it. I'm not going to be surprised because it's a reboot. I know exactly what happens. Unless they change it, which could happen in reboots. I mean, just look what happened when I went to go watch Pet Sematary. You know, that was supposed to be a reboot of the original Pet Sematary, but they changed the ending of it. They changed the ending of it, and they changed some stuff in and out of it, like who died and all that stuff. Yeah, it was kind of cool to have it different. You know, because you don't want to go through the film and be like, oh, watch, this person's gonna die. Oh, that person's gonna die. Oh, that's gonna happen. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I don't want to watch films like that where I know what's gonna happen. That's just stupid. So I hope when they do the reboot, it's kind of the same, but they change a few things here and there in it. You know what I mean? Not the same. Don't put the same movie out with just updated graphics, updated visuals, all that. Don't do that. That's stupid. Now, some movies do deserve a reboot because they're just amazing. And some movies, they don't need a reboot. Which, I mean, The Grudge, I never would think they would reboot The Grudge. But when I saw this come out, like, I think it was like a day or two ago, I was like, huh, that's interesting. That's an interesting movie to reboot. What can you do? But guys, you know at the end of our trailer reactions, we give a 1 to 5 star rating. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And I'm going to give this a 3. Mainly because the original Grudge wasn't that great, in my opinion. But at the same time, I just want to see what they do different than the original. So I'm giving this an opportunity to surprise me. You know? You always want to be surprised when you do these kinds of films because, you know, it could be like exactly like the old film did and go right through it without changing anything. And I'd just be like, oh, well, it's basically like I just watched the old Grudge from like several years ago. Or it could be like the same thing, but just add something different in between. And I'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's something different. I like that. Just don't go corny and copy the same formula that other movies do and show me something that I've already seen in 7 different films already. You know? Like, I'll admit, the whole hands coming out of the back of his head, that was kind of cool. I like that. I think that was already in the original one. I don't remember. I haven't watched The Grudge in so many years, and I've seen so many movies ever since then. It's hard for me to remember. But I do think I remember the bathtub scene, though. I think I do remember that. Not the one with the cop, the one where the doctor goes in and he, you know what I mean? I think that was in the original. I cannot remember. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm going to have to watch The Grudge again. Good luck trying to find that, huh? I'm sure I could find it somewhere for like a couple bucks. But anyways, guys, that is it for our trailer reactions for the movie The Grudge, coming out January 3rd in 2020. Please leave a like below. Please comment with your opinions on this movie. Do you think it's going to be good? You think it's going to be bad? Or you just don't care? In reality, I mean, I can go either way with this. Because, in my opinion, there hasn't been a good horror film in quite some time. My personal opinion. But you guys are different than me. You guys have your own opinions. You guys can tell me anything different. But I encourage it, really. Because I always encourage not only people I see on the street, but even our subscribers and our fans. I do encourage you all that if you believe that you have a horror film that's going to surprise me as being good, that I already haven't seen or I have seen and I did not like it, then drop it in the comments. I'm more open to watch any movie as long as it doesn't suck. I mean, I'm being serious. And no, I don't count The Joker as a horror film, even though that was a fantastic film. I love that film. And please subscribe for more of our busting up videos for you guys the best we possibly can here on YouTube. And for that, we thank you all for watching. And as we encourage you all to please stay classy and don't hold a grudge.